A question that often comes up when talking about leadership development and using behavioral assessment within leadership development is how much do people change, right? I think there's sort of two questions there. How much can people fundamentally change their behavior? And then also, if you are to utilize behavioral assessment potentially at two different points, right? One in 1 year, and then you take it again 3 years later, will you see any differences? I think the answer to both of those questions is yes. I fundamentally believe that people are quite adaptable, and that also behavioral assessments will pick up on that change or that adaptation. Uh, I think another way of thinking about this is that behavior is very contextual. The situation and the environment matters a ton, and behavioral assessments pick up on that. And so do people, right? You do wake up and you make choices about what your behaviors are, depending on, what the organization is asking of you, what the culture is, what the role is, whatever it might be from a leadership perspective. Behaviors do change depending on what the environment is asking of a person or requiring of a person. Now, are there individual differences here? Absolutely. And what I mean by that is, are some people more malleable or adaptable than others? Yes. Some people are very crisp in their behaviors, right? Either what I like to call, they have sort of hallmarks of who they are. It's who they are through and through, and it really doesn't matter what the situation is. What you see is what you get. And then with other individuals, they're more chameleon-esque, right? And they really change depending on what the situation or the context is asking of them. But to get back to the heart of the question is, will behavioral assessments pick up on this? Will things change? And absolutely they will. In my experience with the LEA, which is MRG's behavioral assessment, if somebody takes it in one context and then takes it again a year later, maybe the context is actually even the same role, same organization. Things are different. And therefore, usually the behaviors are different. Last thing I'll just say here is, people do change over time, right? We learn based upon our experiences. We learn that this behavior worked here, it didn't work there. And while again, there might be some hallmarks of an individual, there are other aspects of their behavior that might be a little bit more malleable and change over time. So a long answer there, but the simple answer is, for me is yes, behavior can absolutely change.